Our next speaker is Gregory Mowle. And Gregory, having worked as a debt collector, decided in 1999 to use his knowledge of credit and debt to assist consumers as a financial counsellor for Lifeline. Since then, having heard many stories of financial hardship, he found the inspiration to start down the path to research on how financial literacy resources could be better targeted at those in financial crisis. From the Faculty of Business, Government and Law, Gregory Mowle.
Okay. Mr. Micawber's famous quote from David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. This quote is always rolled out by financial pundits as the answer to all of life's financial problems. It gives them an excuse to preach, live within your means. If you just spend less than you earn, you'll be happy and have no money problems. Now, Charles Dickens was a very clever writer and he was making a very important point here. But it's not that Mr. Micawber is a financial genius. You have to read the quote in context. Straight after he tells David this advice, he proceeds to ask him for a loan of $1 so he can buy some beer. He gives David an IOU, but they both know he will never repay. And what's the setting for this quote? Mr. Micawber is in debtor's prison, having consistently failed to follow his own advice. In other words, Mr. Micawber knows what he should be doing, but he doesn't do it. He can give advice, but he doesn't follow it. There's a gap between what he says and what he does. My research is closing this gap. I'm discovering why people's intentions don't match their behaviours. Why is it that Australians know we should be saving for our retirement, but most of us are not doing it? Our national credit card debt doubles every 5 years. We continue to spend money we don't have, to buy things we don't need, to impress people we don't like. Government policy is to provide simplistic advice, believing or hoping that people will follow it. Now, I went out and I spoke to bankrupts and to people who'd borrowed from payday lenders and to high-income earners, asking them why and how they make financial decisions, and more importantly, why they don't take certain financial actions. And the answer? It's complicated. It really is. People's lives are so complex, it's almost like, well, a Dickens novel. There are many factors that affect our decision-making, such as peer pressure and lack of unbiased advice. My research will lead to more effective and efficient financial literacy resources targeted to when people need them. Because I'm finding that people need a transformative event in their life, such as losing their job, to spark the desire to learn and to take action. Just like Mr. Micawber, who, after leaving prison, moved to Australia and became a bank manager. Thank you.